Welcome back to Unturned. This is my map. Look at it. It's beautiful. Okay, so in the last episode, I believe we were discussing the airport. I took out two planes because I realized it didn't really make sense. These are the two planes over here. I also, you guys didn't really leave any comments, so I want to post this again, okay? I have a couple entrances. I have one here. I have one over here. I have one in that corner, and then one way over here, okay? Do you guys think that I should have one closer to the entrance, like maybe like right here or something? Or do you think it's fine like that? Because I think it's going to add for some interesting gameplay if we keep the entrances over there, and then then you have to pretty much come across the entire runway to get over here. Also, do you guys think that this is fine? Should I add anything else in over here, or do you have any suggestions? I think I should probably move this though. I don't know about this being right here. Because what if you have a plane's wing that clips it or something? New optimal games. I don't want you, NVIDIA GeForce. Get off my screen. You guys probably won't see that, but anyway. Okay, and then I also wanted to discuss the subway system. So guys, I have tried literally every single thing that I can think about. And this is the closest I think I can get this to looking actually legitimate, okay? So people are saying, you should do this with the road lines and all this stuff. Well, it doesn't change the fact that you can't put anything on top and it wouldn't look good. Well, this I think is the closest I can get to actually making this work, and it's still not going to work. And I'll kind of explain this to you, but essentially what the idea was to take and do like the, what's it called? The grass? No. What's it called? Grass? Just grass? To take this and then to rotate it to make it actually even with this sidewalk here, like the edge. And it's going to look kind of crappy, but it's going to be better than the current thing. And as you can see, it's still like pretty rough looking. But it's like flat, It's sort of flat. So there's like problems galore with like the edging. But essentially, what I wondered was, could I do it right here? Because if I do, let's say, heights, we take our flatten, and we go like this, I think that this is actually, that's like one size too small. Somebody's like, all you do is build. This is stupid. It's like, guys, I'm looking for feedback. Okay, you see how the edges are kind of actually like not rigid looking? If you go this way, going this way causes a problem. Well, anyway, let me show you what I did with this, because I think this is probably the best that I can do. I was trying to build a platform, and I just don't think that that's really possible. But essentially, what I did was I actually got a really good like flat look to this underneath here. It's kind of shallow, but I would obviously fix the height issue, but it's wide and it looks really good. And basically what it is these are all stations. These are these things, and I just kind of put them together. Now, well, the main issue with doing this is the fact that that's a lot of objects, and so I really don't think that a subway system is going to actually be reasonable on my map. So I'm going to actually just scrap the idea right here and now and just say it's not going to be possible. And so it's unfortunate because I really wanted to have like an upper and lower portion to the Metro City, but I just don't think it's going to be reasonable. And somebody mentioned that I should do kind of like an LA style where they have the freeways and stuff. And I thought about that too, but I just don't know if that will actually work with like the way my map is laid out. And so I don't know if I'll do that either. I think I might just stick to like a grid system, because I think that'll be the best. The biggest issue somebody brought up was like, Entech, your area is going to lag like hardcore. Well, I think that might be true in a sense, but I want to show you something. So if you are like way over here, you can't see the airport. It doesn't render in. This is one of the things that I think Nelson did to help with the optimizations, and he's still going to optimize it more. But as you move in closer, you start loading in objects. You don't load all that stuff in from way back here. It's actually like, because like if you look over here, like, so here's a really simple example. If you're up here on this mountain and you're looking down into the minor city, you can see the entrance to Smuggler's Den very clearly. Like, you can't see any of the stuff on top. And so I think that's a way to help with like objects loading in. And you know, one of the biggest ways that you can help with improvements if you're a map designer is to limit the amount of trees that you have. Nelson actually made fun of me. He's like, you're sitting here talking about all these object optimizations with your decks and stuff, but you got like a ton of trees. And I was like, dude, it's not, I just have it for looks right now. I'm going to even it out. But essentially, so if you limit your trees, you know, that's one way. And so like, you know, let's say we made this big city. Some areas would be like really littered with objects, while other areas would be like kind of cleared out, like a city would be. You would expect people to just kind of grab whatever. And so like department stores and stuff probably won't have much. They'll have like loot laying on the ground, but they probably won't have much in the sense of objects, like, you know, microwaves or something. I don't know. People take all kinds of weird stuff when they loot. And so, you know, I don't know if that's going to be a huge issue right now, but it is a concern that I'm, you know, trying to keep in mind. So just so you guys know, I'm not trying to like ignore that fact or anything. I think it will lag to an extent, but I have a lot of people who will test this who actually have really low-end computers, and I actually have a low-end computer that I can test this on as well. And so we'll get to the bottom of it, and I'll actually go through and try to optimize it myself. So today, what I thought we would do, because essentially from the airport over to here is completely worked out. This is good. I don't want to mess with this. What I thought we could do today, though, is actually start working on the junkyard, because I really actually like the idea of a junkyard, and I actually had several people kind of leave their own thoughts and opinions about what the junkyard should look like, and some people from the squad also. By the way, if you would like to apply for the squad, it's dnwgaming at zyro.com, and I'll have that in the description below. But you can apply for our squad. You might get accepted, you might not. We have a pretty strict, rigorous acceptance policy for obvious reasons. But if you would like to try to apply, you can do that. It'll be in the description below, probably. And, yeah, so what we'll do today is... I got a freaking AVG antivirus warning again, saying I need to restart my computer. I still have... I shut my computer down, like, yesterday. What the heck is it talking about? Okay, so what I thought we would do... I'm just, like, rambling in this video. What I thought we would do is... we'll kind of... Let's say... I'm going to have a wall, like, right here. So it's going to be, like... This is kind of crappy airport that there's a junkyard right next to the airport. But, I mean, usually, like, both of those things are kind of, like, off on their own. And so, you know, things are kind of, like, I don't know. Maybe we'll have, like, high walls for the junkyard or something. It's not like a dump. It's like a junkyard, you know? You know what a junkyard is? Like, where they have the bust-up cars and stuff. So that's what it's going to kind of be like. Okay, I think that's good. And we're going to have walls all the way around it. And so it'll be... Maybe we should just start with the walls, huh? That'll probably be the best. Fence! We want the wooden ones. Yeah, so getting ready for PAX East. So the videos might be a little bit shorter this week. If you guys are going to PAX East, feel free to mention it on Twitter. That'd probably be the best place, because then maybe we can have like a meetup or something, and you guys can meet my wife and I, because my wife will be there as well. And it should be a pretty good time, I think. We're going to have a lot of fun there. And... I don't know, maybe we can just have a meetup somewhere in the booth. We can hang out, maybe play some games together. Oh, man. Oh, this is looking kind of crappy, this fence. Nah, it's actually fine. I just have the ground is not laid out perfectly, which is fine because I'm going to have to go back through and, oh, no, probably edit it anyway and make it look really grungy and dirty looking. I really hope Nelson adds in like a texture model. Like I asked him a while ago if he would maybe add in like a grunge, kind of like how we have like the vines, but have a grunge model. So when you can like just overlay it on a building and make the building look really grungy and dirty. I think that'd be sweet, because it could definitely add to like the apocalyptic feel of things. Because you can definitely make your map feel chaotic by like flipping stuff over and whatnot, but like having dirt on buildings and really like grungy, like, you know, old, overrun looking, like that would be great. Okay, we got issues here. I gotta figure out where I want to put the entrance at. Oh, that's actually pretty good. That's perfect. I'm good. I'm glad with that right there. All right, so we got our walls lined up. Now we'll just I probably will break this up into multiple videos like I always do. for these build videos because it's kind of like a work in progress, and it allows you guys time to kind of think about like, hey, Entech, you should maybe add in this thing because of this reason, and it just gives me a good opportunity to kind of reevaluate things after I've worked on them and like come back to them after a while, because you know, sometimes I don't always like think of things right away, and you guys really have helped shape some things on the map. Like somebody said something about the helicopter that I put up on the mountain, that I should fix something about it, which I thought was a good idea. So I gotta go do that. Come on. Alright, one more size up. This is the only thing that like ever really drives me crazy about working with the map stuff, is just not being able to size things up right. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll add in some dirt and stuff too. Do it. Where's the dirt? Farmland? Oh yeah, somebody also said that they would like to see some... We'll add in some stone texture too, maybe, just to kind of mix things up. Like a kind of a desert area, and I just don't know if that'll fit with my map, because it's a totally different kind of look to the area, and it would really definitely change the feel of things, and I just don't know if I want to have that on my map. Okay, so let's save this, because now what we have to do is we actually have to go to all these fences and actually raise them up, double them up, because we need to have it higher. Yeah, that looks sweet. I'm pleased with it already. Someone's like, dude, all you do is build walls in your videos. I couldn't do anything but crack up, because I'm like, you know, some people might fail to realize what the point of these build videos are. Mainly because they're just like kind of to keep you guys apprised with how the map's going, but also like to kind of help and inspire people, because some map designers are like, oh man, that's a great idea. And then like some people, I've got ideas from some people's maps that I've seen that are like, wow, that's a sweet idea. I didn't even think of that. And so it's kind of a cool way to share with like other map designers, like, hey, this is a good idea, you know, for your map or whatever. And then, you know, it's not like I'm not going to do the 3.0 series, because I definitely am going to continue on with that. It's just 3.0 is not done yet, and so we need to wait for that to be completed. Loot tables to be changed, things like that. All the objects be put into the map. And so, like, this map is not available for download. You can't get it anywhere yet. Okay, so when it becomes available, I will definitely let you know. This is the cool thing about this, about my areas on my map. They're so large that you can easily have like your own like base inside someplace, and you can definitely, that makes sense to have that right there, I think. And you can like hide in here, and you know, nobody would even be able to find you for a long time. And so like that's something really cool that I like about my map, is that it really does provide people with the ability to, well, I don't know actually yet, but hopefully it will provide people the opportunity to survive for quite a long time and like establish themselves in another location very easily. Like, I'm just thinking about people who are going to like be hiding out in Smuggler's Den. Like, my gosh, you might not even know that somebody's even down there for a long time, because there's really like no way for you to know if somebody's down there unless you go down there. And if you guys don't know what Smuggler's Den is, you can watch old videos. But basically, it's this den, this underground passageway system that I made. We'll just have two areas of entrance there. It's an area that I made that is an underground passageway underneath the city. There's multiple entrances in it, and it's fairly large. Like, so here's an entrance right here. You have to crawl through this actually, and it's just like an underground mine, where these guys like hoarded all this gold that they found, and like were like had a whole like a village down here essentially. And this goes through and through a house. Like, this entrance is through a house down into the mine, which is so cool. It's one of the best features of the map, I think, this area. Some water there. That was a user suggestion. I remember these things, guys. I don't forget. And then I spent a lot of time working on this map, like literally probably like 100 hours by now. It's been a lot of time. Oh man. So yeah, so let's continue working on this in the next episode. Check back for the next episode to see the continuation of this. I've got a lot of cool ideas for this, and hopefully we can just make this place like just a heap of junk. So check back next time, guys. We'll see you later.